So it was, this other phone was at 61% power at 1251. No, 62% power at 1251. If I shut it off, it will charge even faster. This is the other local SIM card that I have. Let me see. Which Imam Mansour has. If it's a message, it would be from him. No, either him or the Red Cross. Yeah, that's it. I don't get any other messages from anybody. So this is a Siemens card, and this is a Nova. Well, originally this card, but this phone does not have this phone's capabilities, because I couldn't even afford a phone here, because the phones I brought with me, like this one's old, connected to a locked account with AT&T that I never paid. I think it's 415-715-8051 or 815-7051, something like that. Which I no longer have the number. And Yahoo was asking me to confirm that number as opposed to this Singapore number that I originally had. So this is all data storage, which I wish to see multiple terabytes in the size of this battery, or multiple terabytes in the size of a Charlie Foxtrot, what is called a CF card. To reduce the size of that. This time is not accurate because I can't access the screen. So when I broke it, I had just lost insurance plan or falling behind, and I wasn't able to pay it. So I didn't have insurance to get the screen replaced, and it was something personal to me. I didn't want to take it and leave it and it goes to the back room and my data and my information was on there. Being that at that time I was a hotter prospect of being surveilled. Back then, the surveillance heat was worse than it is now. So I'm segmenting things like sections for food consumables, clothing that you need to wear, and devices and data storage, which needs to be congealed. Like if you have a smartphone and it docks into the larger tablet, like from the back, and then it docks and becomes a part of the larger, as well as its processing power bolsters it buttresses it strengthens the larger device and so on, but both can function without each other. But the smaller device acts like, because the screen ratio is similar, the elongated rectangular. So this can also be done in a tablet desktop mode or a mobile mode, or like a phone. You can change it from phone mode to desktop mode. And the same thing could be done with the device. This is what Microsoft was hoping to do with Continuum, but now they've been heavily hacked, brutally hacked out, and stuff has been thrown out. So I almost threw up because I don't know. This is, like I said, this creamy kind of constituency, and I don't like that. Really, a lot of people of European ancestry, they like creamy constituency stuff with a creamy texture. I don't like it. Creamy texture type foods. So the rest of it, since it's been there like a day or more, a couple of days, I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna throw it out. And put the meat in here, and then the rest of it, I'm gonna throw it out. It's been, since yesterday, it's been sitting out. It hasn't been in the fridge because the fridge area, the kitchen area, has been real busy with a lot of activity, and there's a Russian woman and her young girl living here. Now, they weren't here before, but they're here now, so I stay out of their way. So a lot of this stuff that you see, this paperwork, I wish there was a digital culture where a lot of things could be in digital form, pamphlets and booklets and stuff like that, that could be in digital form, as opposed to having this is for Passover, as opposed to having these pamphlets and these things. You could send them to mobile phones, or only get the ones that apply to you sent to you in the language of your choice, instead of having to pick up the physical paper things and all of that. This is the kind of culture that I'm trying to espouse, but I can't do anything in the state that I'm in. And to miniaturize data storage, as I told you, SanDisk already made a 1 terabyte card, and it's not being released to the public at all. I have no idea why. The public is not getting access to this. 201 terabyte 1. So what I'm saying is, if you're living in a climate that is a consistent, see, 2 Icelandic, I have more phones than that. 2 Icelandic phones and 2 US phones, this is my Long Beach number, the last number. Oops, almost fell down. It caught on to something on the bag. This is my Long Beach phone. This little small one here, because I couldn't afford any smartphones or get any help to have smartphones. And the Obama phone, things like that, I had it sent to a San Francisco address where I last had it registered, 415 address. The Chinese community, I went there, they didn't have it. They might have got that phone for themselves. So there's this blood, they call it the blood pie. Oops. Because sometimes I would lock the door, and I left the key in the wallet. And if I did that, I would be locked out. I wouldn't be able to get back in the room. So the blood pie, which they eat here locally, is something that we cannot eat. And we cannot eat it, and in Islam, so I gotta take it and throw it away. But it's a delicacy here. Yeah, the blood pie. Yeah, this is blueberry. Blueberry is jelly. See, it's so sweet. So I don't think I have access. Let me see. So what do I have left? I was thinking to myself, what do I have that's sweet? I don't have sugar, so what I need, this is the blood pie. Even to give it, because in Islam it's considered forbidden even to give it to another human. Haram for us, meaning it's haram for humanity. So I gotta take it. I gotta throw it away. I'm gonna throw it away outside. Let me see what else. This, I'm not sure if I like it. It's some type of yogurty, type of creamy substance. I'm not sure if I like it or not. So it's like some kind of I've seen it before. But people, I notice, of a European texture, of a European Caucasian texture. They like milky, really creamy, milky type of stuff. I noticed that they're really into that. For some reason, I'm not into that. The only thing I like is butter. But this butter is not like U.S. butter. This butter is more watery. It has water content in it. The U.S. butter is purely creamy. Butter, oily, really oily kind of a butter. Yeah, this has a lot of water in it. I noticed that. I picked up on that right away. I would rather fry with olive oil than to use that. This, I'm not sure. This is which I gotta get an imagery of its ingredients. I'm not sure. If we can eat this or not. I'm not sure. This is 2 onions, 2 red onions, and tomatoes. Very nice for cooking. And everything just in this section, this is all that I have. This part is the only food. Nothing else belongs to me. Just that part there. So alhamdulillah, that part I'm gonna find out about the other things. This is popcorn that was also given to me, simply salted but it's naturals, but it's light. I didn't realize that. I didn't pick up on that. It's light. It's not full. It's light. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, so now. And when you see the darker man with this other woman, it makes you feel dysfunctional, like something's wrong with you. Yeah, that's what you feel like. You feel like something's wrong with you. And that's an African. He ain't winning no beauty awards. But respect. So what I'm gonna do is heat the popcorn now before anybody comes in the kitchen, and then get myself ready to go outside because it's almost 2 o'clock. But what I also want to do is I want to take pictures of certain things and send it to someone or show him, do you have these things, those things I can live on, because I have no money. Right now, certain people that are in proximity to me, Muslims, they know that I have no money. Yeah, they know that. They know I have no money for food or for nothing. Yeah, because I'm being viewed as a parasite, as an economic parasite. So what they do is the skill sets that would make me respectable. Yeah, they ensure that I don't get any financial help to be able to study those skill sets. That I don't get any money, that I don't get any wealthy fellow Muslims, nor do I get any Muslim women, that have the wealth to be able to fund my vocational economic rehabilitation, to where I could be viable to earn money. Yeah, they make sure of that. Yeah, they make damn sure of that. So there is something going on, and it's very cruel. Cruel. Very cruel, man. Very cruel, man. Very vicious. And this side of the global economic structure, it has to be exposed. You gotta expose. People have to know that this is going on, man. But a lot of people that are of the higher tier ethnicities, meaning of your ethnicity, they don't care, man. No, they say our lives is hard, we make do, we struggle. But all the basic rudimentary things for them to feel good, to be able to struggle, this illicit sex outside of marriage, the drinking, the booze, all that stuff, we're not allowed those things to buttress and to make you feel strengthened to go on, to move on or to go on in life. We don't have, as Muslims, we don't have any of that. We're not allowed. All of that is haram for us. All that is haram. All that is haram. Let me see. Because the platter normally spins, but it's catching onto the wall, so it's not. Now it's spinning. Yeah, so the wattage also is low. So that being said, it's haram for us as Muslims to have access to that, the sex outside of marriage. Like they're having now the cuddling service where people cuddle each other and you get paid because what it is, you become trusted. You are trusted. And the man, the Jewish man that does it, but the guy that's a Jewish, a paid cuddler who cuddles women for money, and they pay him for it, just like certain men who are Pakistani in the UK get paid. They get paid to enter women, to put their thing in women who want to go back to their husbands. They get paid for that. Literally thousands of British pounds. They get paid. These guys, I don't know what they get paid per hour as a professional cuddler, but they're Jewish men. But they honestly said the sexual arousal is there. When a woman says she wants to be, you be the spoon and you be the bowl or whatever like that position, and she puts her backside against you and you hold her or whatever like that, meaning they need tactile affection. So a lot of the videos that I've downloaded is supporting my cause for human rights abuse, to file a case for major human rights abuse. These things are feel for those people of those ethnic groups that's their right to be nurtured and to be embraced and to be comforted. You don't have that right. You're nothing. You don't have that right. And the national security structure was used to those ends to enforce that out. This is deep. This is a deep case, man. This is a heavy case, and people are afraid it'll open a lot of racial wounds, ethnic wounds out. Yeah, by profiling my case, by exposing it. It's gonna open a lot of wounds and fratricide, or bloodshed. Yeah. But my case, once it's found out what's been done, and that people are using the surveillance, the digital structure, to make choices for me as to who I am allowed to engender in my personal circle, who I am allowed to have or create or add to my personal life, and who I'm not allowed. Yeah, this is real heavy, man. This ain't something. It's not nothing to be laughing at. It's serious. This is a very serious case. Yeah, for the attorneys of the highest erudition. Yeah, to deal with that. This is not some common school choir, just out of law school kind of case. No, this is serious. Especially taking on the surveillance state. It's very serious. It's very, very serious. Put it back to original 240 watts. Take it out. It would be good if I had the hot butter. But again, the problem is the butter is very, for some reason this butter is very watery. Yeah, it's very watery, man. A lot of water content. Yeah, butter. Yeah, I know this. A lot of water content, man. Like I said, the U.S. butter is buttery goodness. It's very oily, buttery goodness. Like a ghee fat. Very, very wonderful.